All right, so we got a quick one today, guys. Getting bigger versus getting stronger. So we're gonna go over this today. All right, so getting big and getting stronger. Most of the time, there's one goal or the other. You'll see guys that are bodybuilders or physique guys, or you see guys that are predominantly powerlifters. So the main thing to keep in mind is, yes, a bigger muscle is probably gonna be a stronger muscle most of the time. But it's not always the case. It's basically, you need to set a goal. So if you're trying to be the most jacked guy in the gym, set a goal to be just that. I want to be the most freakishly big, muscular guy in the gym. If you're trying to be, the strongest guy in the gym, your training style needs to be different than training like a bodybuilder. So in order to just pack on a lot of lean tissue, most of the time, your optimal rep range is going to be around 6 to 12 repetitions. And you're going to progressively overload that muscle, right? So each set, you want to try to move up in weight. You don't always have to do that, but it's a good practice. So remember, we're bodybuilding. We're not just trying to pile on the weights on the barbell. We're trying to concentrate and focus on the muscle, squeeze and stretch and contract the muscle, right? So that's the whole goal, is to break down the muscle tissue as much as possible during your training sessions, and then feed the muscle, rest the muscle, and grow that sucker, man. So with strength training, strictly strength training we're talking about here, it's typically going to be in a 1 to 5 rep range. It can alter a little bit, but typically it's going to be in a 1 to 5 rep range if you're just shooting for strength, if you're just trying to get that strong central nervous system and that joint, tendon, ligament strength. 1 to 5 rep range, most definitely. Hypertrophy rep range to really tear into the muscle and tear the muscle down and rebuild it bigger, 6 to 12 reps. Rest periods, if you're doing some hypertrophy training, your rest periods don't need to be 2 or 3 minutes most of the time. If you're training like a bodybuilder or physique guy, that needs to be, minute and a half, 45 seconds, depending on where you're at. If you're prepping, shorter rest periods. If you're not, longer rest periods. So with powerlifting and stuff like that, they're going to take much longer rest periods because they're going to try to build that ATP back up in their body so they can go ahead and fire away efficiently on their next set. They're trying to savor as much energy and intensity as they can into each and every set, and they're trying to use leverage to move the weight from point A to point B in the most efficient, effective way possible, which is much different than bodybuilding and physique. So just keep it in mind. So we just covered getting big versus getting strong. Getting big will also require you to eat a surplus amount of calories. You must push your body into surplus. You must be eating more food, more calories than you're burning, right? So food, training, sleep and recovery, secret supplements, if you will. But just know, getting big and getting strong, you can get both. That's not why I made this video. You can have both, but don't get carried away with it. I feel like you need to pick one or the other, and it's okay if you're trying to go muscle and you want to get stronger, right? Do a little bit of both at the same time. It's possible, but typically you want to just pick a goal and stick with it. I hope this helped you out. Getting big, getting strong. I'm out of here.